Germany is often synonymous with precision, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of performance. Today, we're unearthing 5 remarkable sports cars that once embodied the spirit of German engineering, but have sadly been relegated to the annals of history. The Opel Calibra, also known as the Vauxhall Caliber in the UK, emerged in 1989 as the flagship sporty coupe. Its design was immediately striking, boasting a remarkably low drag coefficient of just 0.26, which, at its launch, positioned it among the most aerodynamically efficient production cars globally. While various engine options were available, the Calibra Turbo, produced from 1990 to 1997, stands out as a particularly capable and an often forgotten sports car. This variant featured a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4 engine producing a respectable 201 horsepower, coupled with a sophisticated all-wheel drive system. Its performance figures were certainly noteworthy for its era. It could accelerate from 0 to 60 in a swift 6.8 seconds. Despite this, it has largely been overshadowed by more prominent sports car brands. Its association with the more mainstream Opel Vectra platform, from which it borrowed its underpinnings, might have also contributed to its perception as something less than a pure sports car in the eyes of some enthusiasts. While competitors like the Ford Probe and some Japanese offerings like the Mitsubishi Eclipse and Toyota Celica garnered significant attention during the same period, the Calibra, despite its technological advancements and even its success in the DTM Championship, did not maintain a similar level of long-term following. Perhaps sometimes overlooked in discussions of iconic German sports cars, the Calibra Turbo represents a unique blend of style, performance, and practicality that makes it a noteworthy and an increasingly appreciated classic. For those seeking a distinctive piece of 90s automotive history with a turbocharged kick, the Calibra Turbo remains a compelling choice. The BMW 320Si, produced for a limited run in 2006 and 2007 under the E90 generation of the 3 Series, stands out as a unique and an often forgotten homologation special, built to meet the requirements of the World Touring Car Championship. Only 2,600 units were produced, with a mere 500 sold in the UK, making it a relatively rare machine. The heart of the 320Si was a specially developed 2-liter inline-4 engine that was hand-built in the UK at the same BMW engine plant that produced engines for their Formula One program. This lightweight engine featured aluminum cylinder linings and a carbon fiber valve cover and produced 173 horsepower. Unlike the standard 320i, the SI's engine did not feature Valvetronic technology, allowing for better high revving performance. It was exclusively available as a sedan with a manual transmission and came standard with the M Sport package and 18-inch wheels directly inspired by the WTCC race car. Despite its direct connection to motorsport, limited production, and a focus on driver engagement, the 320Si has largely remained unknown to many enthusiasts, particularly outside of Europe, as it was not sold in the United States. It was also overshadowed by the more powerful and widely recognized BMW M3 of the same generation. However, its rear-wheel drive, high-revving and lightweight engine with Formula One pedigree, and sporty suspension setup firmly place it within the sports car category. The Porsche 968, produced from 1992 to 1995, represents the culmination of Porsche's 2-decade-long foray into front-engined, water-cooled transaxle sports cars. As the successor to the 944 S2, the 968 adopted many of its predecessor's body shell components, but featured a significantly more modern front-end design that even hinted at the styling of the later 993. Under the hood, it housed a potent 3-liter inline-4 engine, producing 238 horsepower in the base model, with a European-only Turbo S variant exceeding 300 horsepower. Notably, the 968 was the first Porsche to offer both a 6-speed manual transmission and a Tiptronic automatic gearbox. It holds the distinction of being the last transaxle and front-mounted sports car produced by Porsche. Despite its Porsche lineage, respectable performance, and technological advancements, the 968 often finds itself overshadowed. Some enthusiasts viewed it as a mere facelift of the 944, rather than a completely new model. More significantly, it existed in the shadow of the iconic rear-engined 911 and the later arrival of the mid-engined Boxster, which captured the attention of a new generation of buyers with its more accessible price point. The preference among Porsche purists for rear-engined models likely contributed to its somewhat lukewarm reception and its subsequent slide into relative obscurity, illustrating the powerful influence of brand tradition and enthusiast expectations. The first-generation BMW 8 Series, produced under the E31 model from 1990 to 1999, was conceived as a luxurious and technologically advanced Grand Tour that offered significant sporting capabilities. Often overlooked in discussions of pure sports cars, it boasted sleek coupe styling and a range of powerful naturally aspirated V8 and V12 petrol engines. Among these, the 850 CSI developed by BMW M Division stood out with its 5.6-liter V12 engine, generating a formidable 375 horsepower. It holds the distinction of being the first road car to offer a V12 engine mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, and it was among the earliest vehicles to feature an electronic drive-by-wire throttle system. Despite its potent engine options, rear-wheel drive, and sophisticated chassis technology, the 8 Series was primarily marketed and perceived as a Grand Tourer rather than a dedicated sports car. Its high initial price point and relatively poor sales figures ultimately led to its discontinuation. Furthermore, it existed in an era where BMW's M cars, like the M3 and M5, captured more attention. However, its powerful V8 and V12 engines, combined with its sleek coupe design and the genuine high-performance nature, firmly establish it as a sports car with grand touring inclinations. Its dual identity might have inadvertently contributed to it being overlooked by those seeking a more traditional sports car experience, highlighting the challenges of marketing vehicles that bridge different automotive segments. The first-generation Mercedes-Benz SLK, known by its R170 chassis code and produced from 1996 to 2004, was a pioneering compact luxury roadster that introduced a revolutionary feature, an electro-hydraulic folding metal roof, dubbed the Vario roof. This innovation provided the security and refinement of a coupe with the open-air thrill of a convertible at the touch of a button. The SLK offered a range of inline-4 and V6 engines, including supercharged compressor versions, culminating in the high-performance SLK 32 AMG, which featured a supercharged V6 engine. All models were rear-wheel drive, and their compact dimensions contributed to nimble and engaging handling. Despite its innovative design and the availability of potent supercharged engines, the first-generation SLK was sometimes perceived as more of a lifestyle vehicle than a serious sports car. It also existed in the shadow of the larger and more prestigious Mercedes-Benz SL models, which traditionally held a stronger association with high-performance roadsters. While the base engine options in the SLK were not exceptionally powerful, the supercharged variants, particularly the SLK 230 compressor and the SLK 32 AMG, offered genuine sports car performance. The two-door roadster configuration, rear-wheel drive, and the availability of these more powerful engines firmly placed the SLK within the sports car category.